A while back, I told you guys that we should all be doing a gratitude journal on a daily basis. We should find 3 to 5 things that we appreciate about the day, and we should write it every night. And then the next morning, we should read it over and start our day. I hope that you guys have been doing that. I'll tell you something. I've been overwhelmed with things that I do not like, that I do not appreciate, that I am unhappy about. But I try to keep a gratitude journal in spite of that, and it does make you feel better. Children laughing in the street makes you feel better. I'm grateful that I get to live by the ocean. It makes you feel better. Having a spouse that cares about me in ways that I can feel without her having to say it makes me feel better. These are all things that I can write about and put in my journal, and reminds me that no matter how bad things are, they're not as bad as they could be. And even more, there are good things to hold on to that are worth writing down and remembering. What I want to talk to you about today is how gratitude and generosity are the same things on one coin. It's like heads and tails. We want to be grateful for the things that life gives us, for the things that life offers us, and for the things that life brings to us unexpectedly. You're walking down the street, there's a $5 bill on the street. You pick up the $5 bill, write that down in your gratitude journal. Now you feel like you have not only $5, but something to celebrate, something to remind you of the generosity of just being in the universe, and how when you need something, the universe can provide. It may not always do so, but it certainly can provide. Anything you can imagine, the universe has already created. So it's already there. The reason I want you to write in your gratitude journal is so that you have a chance to feel that feeling a second and third time. So look at it this way. You find the $5. Good feeling, $5. Hey, I'm going to put that in my pocket and use it for something. Go home that night, write it down. Oh yeah, one of the things I'm grateful for is I found $5 today. You write it down. Wake up the next morning, read it again. Oh yeah, that's right. $5. I found $5 yesterday. That was pretty nice. That's 3 times you get to feel something positive from an action that took maybe 30 seconds. That's why I want you to write it down, and that's why I want you to read it the next day. But what I want you to really do is to learn to be grateful all the time. I want you to find that the world has lots to be grateful for. That's really what this practice is about. It's about finding something to be grateful for in the midst of all this hell that is going on in our lives right now. I always think of it as like finding flowers growing up in the cracks of the alley. Something made that flower grow there. But more important than the flower being there is that you saw it and it made you smile. That's the thing to be grateful for. You're seeing it, your reaction to it, your relationship to the flower is what I want you to be grateful for. The fact that the flower is there is just part of it. You have to see it to appreciate it. And then if you do appreciate it, that's what I want you to be grateful for. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. The world is full of blessings. All you have to do is look for them. But I also want you to practice generosity. And that's the other part of the coin. That's the other side. That once you are filled with gratitude, once you have been doing your gratitude practice and writing these down 3 times, 3 things a day, 5 things a day, reading them the next morning, and you're just filled with this gratitude, I want you to go out and find somebody you can be generous to. And it doesn't mean that you have to give away your stuff, although I really do want you to start giving away your stuff. You don't have to. I mean, hell, who am I? I'm just a person on YouTube. You certainly don't need to do what I say. But I'm going to tell you something. If you start giving away your stuff that you really like but you don't really use, you're going to find that you feel lighter and more grateful, quite frankly. But you're going to find that you feel lighter, that you feel buoyed by the thing, especially if you give it to somebody that you know will use it. But even if you're not giving away your things, I really want you to give away your time and your attention, because those things are harder to come by. Lots of people have furniture that they don't use and that they're going to give away. That's not really generosity. Giving away something that you have, but only for the benefit of the other person, is what generosity really is. So regardless of if it's something you want or you don't want, it's not the point. The point is that if the other person needs it, do you have the fortitude to simply give it away and let go of the outcome? That's generosity, and that's the practice of generosity that I want you to get to. But what if they need you to listen to them? What if they need you to be there with them in the moment, even when you don't want to be? Can you do that? And if you can, will you? And if you will you do it in a timely manner when they need you to? That's real generosity, and that's what I want you to practice this week. I want you to think about who you can be there for, even if you can't be there physically, because we are trying to social distance somewhat. Get them on the phone. Do people still even talk on the phone anymore? Text them, chat with them, whatever it is that people do that and be there for them. Give them your attention. Do not necessarily give them your advice. They may not want your advice. They may simply just want you to be there and to know that you heard them. Do that. But first, be grateful. Fill up the vessel. Then, be generous. Empty the vessel. It's giving, right? And receiving, right? It's this. Let me see if I can get that in the camera. There you go. It's balance. I'm receiving with this hand, and I'm giving with this hand. Receiving with this hand, and I'm giving with this hand, right? So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about the balance of it. In Tibet, and there's a word called tonglen, which means giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. It's a meditation practice. We breathe in the pain of others, and we exhale our health and our love and our generosity and our gratitude to them, to hold them up. We take in their pain, and we exhale our wellness. That's tonglen practice. And if you're interested in that meditation, write about it in the comments, and I'll make a video on it. We'll just do tonglen for one of these videos very soon. Be well. Thank you for listening. If I earned it, think about subscribing. If I haven't, let me know what I could do better, and I'll try and do better. I will see you soon.